All right, looks like we are live. Welcome. Welcome to Monday Mindset. Today we are talking about a topic that I think goes underlooked in our life, in our lifestyle. And so it's one piece of our life that often gets very overlooked. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. Thanks for joining. Welcome, Marcus. Nice to see you. And my mom. Hi, mom. Nice to see you. We'll wait for a couple more minutes just to allow everyone to jump on and get settled. We'll be here for maybe 20 minutes, maybe 30 if I really get talking. And I'd love to hear where you guys are coming from. So if you want to throw it in the chat or throw a wave as to what part of the world you're joining from today. And feel free to share at any point in the chat. Feel free, it's there for that reason. If you have questions, if you have comments, please do share. I will keep an eye on it and do my best to get back to you. So one of the things I like to do at the beginning of these lives is to do a little mini yoga practice. I like to call them yoga snacks. And so today what we're going to do is we're going to light a little bit of a fire in the body, which helps to burn away karma or disease. And all we have to do is raise our arms above our head. It's that simple. So when you're seated at a desk for a long period of time, maybe you don't have the opportunity to get up and go for a walk or get away, this can be a really nice yoga snack to use throughout your day. So we'll bring our feet flat on the floor, wherever you're at. Feel the feet connect to the earth. Take an inhale through the nose and exhale out of your mouth. If that felt good, do it 2 more times. Become nice and heavy in your chair, and then see if you can extend up through your spine from that place of rooting the feet and the tail in the chair. Grow a little bit taller in your spine. Roll the shoulders a couple times while you breathe through the nose. And then allow your shoulders to slide a little bit down the back and just gently hug towards each other. So they're laying on the back of your rib cage. Opening through your heart. And then we're going to inhale the arms, floating them up overhead, reaching energy out of your fingertips. Notice if your shoulders start to kind of come up towards your ears. See if you can drop them back down away from your ears. Breathe. What's happening in your rib cage? Did it kind of flare out or move forward? If so, see if you can kind of hug the lower rib cage into your torso. Breathing through your nose. We'll take 5 shared breaths here together. Energy is reaching out of the fingertips, but the arm bones are still in the shoulder sockets. So we're not reaching way away from the shoulder. We're keeping them nice and rooted and then extending energy out. You might roll your wrists while you're breathing. This is really good if you're working at a computer throughout the day. Nice deep breaths all the way down to the low belly. Reverse the circles of your wrists. Go in the opposite direction. Maybe turn up the corners of your mouth slightly and just see how that feels in your body. Can you stay for 5 more breaths? If not, that's okay. Meet your body where it's at today and let the arms come down. But if you can maintain your alignment, your breath, that hugging in or gathering in of the low rib cage, especially on the exhale. What's happening in the feet? I'm now just rotating the arms back and forth while I check in with my feet. And so this actually increases your heart rate, your the beats per minute of your heart, which can help your blood flow, release more of the toxins out of the body, helping the lymph drain out, and lighting that fire in the body to enliven us, to energize us, and to burn away karma and disease. Now I'm just opening and closing the fingers. You can speed that up or slow it down. Good, so we're just going to leave it there for today. You can let your arms kind of float back down, maybe shake them out a little bit. Give yourself a hug. This also is a really good exercise for releasing oxytocin, the feel-good hormone, which actually counteracts pain. Awesome, so just let that go. We'll all come back into this kind of shared space of learning today. One of the most important things that we need to do to really truly overcome chronic pain. And so one of those things that gets overlooked, and I see a lot of my clients struggle with, is how they divide their energy in their life. So the Pareto Rule, which is a rule that I actually put it into the comments. If you're looking for it, you can look it up online. But it says that 80% of our outcomes is caused by 20% of what we do, of our energy, what our energy goes into. 80% of our outcomes is caused by 20% of what we put our energy into. So this is one of those things, again, that if I rant for a little second, it's one of those things that we're not really taught. In school, we're not taught in our society. We have to figure this out on our own. So if you relate this to your life or somebody's life that you know, if they don't put any energy into their health and wellness, what is their outcome? If they're not even putting 1% energy into their health and wellness, what is their outcome going to be? Likely a 0% health. They're going to be at 0% health at some point, right? So as much as we want to avoid it, we might not think it's important. We want to get distracted with things that feel better, like, I don't know, doing unhealthy things. Sometimes that feels better in the moment, and that's okay. We can do that too. It's the focus is to look at where are you putting your energy on the whole. So if you think about your life, I've kind of broken this down a little bit into what my life consists of, or what I think that my clients' lives consist of. And I got it broken down into about 6 categories, or 5 categories, I guess. So for me, I want to put energy into my family. That's one category. I want to put energy into my friends. That's another category. Or having fun. You can do those things with your friends and family. I want to put energy into my work. So how much energy am I putting into my work? I want to put energy into my hobbies, or things that I enjoy doing just on my own outside of necessarily health and wellness. It could be traveling. It could be painting. It could be whatever your hobbies are. And then I want to put energy into my health, because I want to live a healthy lifestyle where I'm here enjoying life, not here struggling through life. And so I can still do all of these other things if I also think about putting energy into my health. So what does that mean to put energy into your health? What is energy? Does that mean just like going for it, spending 20% of my time on a treadmill? No. No, so the health also has to break up into sections or segments, right? So our health, you find things that are fun to do, things that you enjoy doing that are healthy. That could be maybe you like cooking, so you find new ways to cook healthy meals. You could say that health is, getting out in nature, spending time walking in nature, sitting in nature, boating in nature, something that you're doing that is healthy. But while you're doing that, are you also drinking alcohol? Are you eating poor food choices? Because that then will cancel out that healthy thing, right? So, another thing with any of what we do is we have to have a monetary exchange with the universe. So, money is an energetic exchange with the universe. Really, it's just energy coming in and going out, right? So whether you're putting energy into your work to have that money come in energetically so that you can then go out and spend it how you choose, it's energy exchange. So, same thing with our health. We have to put in a certain amount of money exchange, just like you would with your family. If you're doing things with your family, you're not going to say, "Well, I'm not going to budget for spending time with my family. That's only going to be if it's free." Well, that might not work. There might be times that your family wants to go on a trip and you have to budget a little bit in to spend that time with them or to really enjoy that process. Same with friends. If we're going to spend time with friends, often we're doing a little bit of a money exchange in some way. Work, you're probably spending money to work, whether you're driving, whether you're eating out, whether you're in business for self and having to have expenses. Hobbies. Not all hobbies are free. Even if you want to paint, you have to buy the paint, right? So, same with your health. You have to spend some money to have a true exchange with your health and wellness. So you can depend on the system if the system works for you. And then sometimes they have support there that you don't have to spend money if the system works for you. For me, it hasn't worked for me. So I've had to invest money, my own money that I worked hard for, earned, or, at times didn't even have. I had to find a way to invest it in my health, in my outcome. So, what percentage can you put into your health and wellness budget? Okay, I mention this to people when we're talking, via Messenger or on a call, and they've never even thought about doing a health and wellness budget. It's the same if we go to the grocery store and you want to eat healthy, you're trying to maybe cleanse, or you're trying to do a new healthy lifestyle. You go to the grocery store and everything that's healthy is more expensive, right? Organic foods, specialized foods, raw materials, all that stuff is more expensive than going to McDonald's, right? So you have to choose, is my health worth that investment? And so I figured this out many years ago, and it was yes, my health wasn't worth the investment. So I've never had an issue with putting the money into my health and wellness. But I talk to a lot of people who are stuck in this. They don't budget for it. They don't think that that is part of what they need to do to get the outcome they're looking for. But again, if we go back to the 80-20 rule, 20% of what you put your effort and energy into will yield your 80% of your outcome. So same with thoughts. If you're sitting there and ruminating negative thoughts and negative space, your life, that 20% of energy that you're sitting there in that negative thinking, you're also going to manifest that outcome in your life. So we're going to talk more about thoughts in not next week, because next week is Easter Monday, but the following Monday we will be talking about visualization and thoughts and how we put our energy into that for our chosen outcomes. But for today, I would love for you, if you have the opportunity, to kind of get a piece of pen and a paper and write down 5 sections of your life that you think make up what your life consists of. Again, for me, it was family, friends, work, hobbies, and health and wellness. And then take a look at those 5 things and think, okay, what percentage out of 100%, if you break that up, if we had 20 in each one, we'd be balanced, right? But let's be honest and real about where we're at right now. So in your family life, what percentage are you putting into your family of energy? Whether that's monetary exchange, whether that's in-person energetic time exchange, maybe it's going to events, a birthday party. So you buy a birthday present. So there's an energetic exchange right there with the birthday present that you're bringing into that special person that day. So what percent for family? What percent for friends? How much time are you spending with your friends in comparison to the rest of your life? How much money are you exchanging there? How much energy does it suck out of you to spend that time there, or does it give to you? Right? That's another thing we have to think of when we're spending this time. How much energy do you leave with? Are you energized or are you depleted? Because those are some other things that you want to look at. What is best for you? Is it best to be energized, or is it best to be depleted for you at that time in your life? There's no right or wrong answer. It's just a reflection of looking at ourselves and kind of figuring out where we want to go. So family, friends, work. How much time are we putting into work? This one's really bad in the West. Most of us are putting sometimes 80% of our energy into work, and everything else starts to fail. So being honest with yourself, how much energy are you putting into work? And think about it again in the monetary way. Are you depleted or are you energized from it? Hobbies. Do you spend time doing things that you enjoy? Sometimes this is a hard one to figure out for some of us, is what are our hobbies outside of hanging out with friends, family, and working, or being healthy, doing healthy things. What are your hobbies outside of that? How can you express yourself? How can you use your creative energy? That's a really important part of balancing ourselves as well, is being able to kind of flow with our creative energy, whatever that might be. So these are the 5 categories for me that might look different for you, but sit down and figure out, where are you spending your time, money? How depleted are you, or how energized are you after spending that time and money in that section? Okay, so 20%, if we were to think, this is the other thing that my clients often kind of get stuck with is, okay, so say I'm going to put 20% into my health. 20%, what does that look like? That's going to vary. That's going to vary for each person. For me, 20% to feel good, 20% of my energy is to focus daily for about at least a half an hour on my health and wellness. And that for me, whether I'm, joining somebody on a walk, whether I'm investing in a new learning online, whether I'm, getting really healthy foods and making a nice dish, or whether I'm practicing yoga or breathing exercises. Consistent half an hour at least a day for me works. For you, it might be different. Maybe it only feels good to do 10 minutes a day to start. Or maybe you're at a point where you want 90 minutes a day and you feel energized after, you don't feel depleted, right? So figure that out, sit down. This is the important work that you need to do for you to really truly overcome pain in the body or mind. The work needs to be done. The energy needs to be put in. And so this is one of the pieces that I see often with my clients. It's kind of this, not a victim mentality, but a mentality that they overlook. They don't realize that they have to put in at least a portion of energy, monetarily as well as energetically, or the effort that you're putting in. And then asking yourself constantly, am I depleted or am I energized? Awesome. Is there anything else that you guys can think of out there that would be a category maybe for you? If there's something that you're kind of like, maybe this would be a category, but you're unsure, pop it in the chat. Otherwise, if this feels like it fits for you, then use family, friends, work, hobbies, health. Use those 5 categories and figure out where you're at. Where do you need to put more energy? What do you need to invest in? What do you need to exchange monetary value with to feel energized rather than depleted? Okay, so that's pretty much it for today's live. If you guys are looking for more next week, like I said, I'm not going to be here live, but I do have my YouTube channel at Treat Yourself Wellness. And there's lots of live videos on there that we've done in the past Monday Mindsets. So explore that if you're off on Easter Monday and feeling like you want to kind of look into more stuff. And then otherwise, the following week, we're going to be diving into the power of visualization and manifestation. And this is a really awesome one. So bring your notes, bring your undivided attention if you're ready to really figure out how to manifest the life that you want. And we will be chatting about that next Monday. And of course, you can always catch these on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram as a reel or a live. So thanks again for joining. If you do have any questions about what we talked about today, pop it in the chat. Otherwise, 22 minutes. That's pretty good for today. So we're going to get into the mindset. Where do I put my energy? Am I energized after putting my energy there, or am I depleted? Okay, so check that out throughout your day today. I'd love to hear about it. Shoot me an email or send me a message and we can chat. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.